Okay.
Hello, my friends. I'm here with one of my dearest friends that I've known because of this for a while now, almost 4 years now. The one and only Beverly Zeimet, the BZ. And she's been on my first book. She's also been in my on the podcast a few times. And she's also a recent alumni of the Profitable Podcast and YouTube uh, Academy for the month of May, June 2025. And yeah, so really happy, very proud of your achievement, Beverly. So a little bit, tell us in a nutshell about you. Who are you? What's your business? In one or two sentences.
I'll pick two sentences.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'm a holistic practitioner and of over 45 years, and I've always worked with frequencies and energy, and I'm a hands-on trainer, teacher. I believe in if you don't show me, so show me how, so that I can repeat it and learn it that way. It just gets better results. So that's what I do, and it's all around making you a better you. My tagline on the Beverly Zeimet show was be the best you that you can be. And if you
Love
wake
that.
up every morning and tell yourself that, wow. So it's really discovering your identity. And that's what I work with, is your personal identity and the communication skills you have with yourself, your masculine side, your feminine side, because we have both. You can then have better communication with the masculine out there and the feminine out there in the world today and really start to understand the importance of knowing your identity, knowing how to communicate with yourself, and then take the action and spread it out to the world.
Love that. Love that. So tell us a little bit also, what was the main problem? I know that you had your own podcast before. That's how we connected. And but what was the main issue, the main problem you faced with your podcast prior to starting the
So
first challenge in the academy?
nobody would share with me how to make money on a podcast. And I knew that was possible. And then, you know, you you get other people out there that were saying, well, if you buy my $10,000 course or $20,000 course, then you do this section, then you do this. And then they all wanted you to start you know, start for free and then give this and that. So, you know what? I'm 75. I'm not going to pussyfoot around when I know what the value of what I have and play that game. Either you want it or you don't. And that's how I look at it. So therefore, I know it's there and I know it can be done. And here comes payment along. He says, "Hey, I'm doing this boot camp or it was a challenge,
There's a
on
challenge, yeah.
how to make money on your podcast." And it's like, I'm in. I didn't have to even think because I trusted him. We've been, like you said, for, almost 4 years here now, working together. And if you're on the fence about learning how to podcast and how to do it right, he's not going to pull any strings. He's not going to lead you on. He's going to give you exactly what you want. And he's going to be there every step of the way because he's a hands on kind of person. Let me show you how. And he's not talking about it, he's doing it. So when you walk your talk, you talk the talk and you walk the talk, that's how you get it done. And that's what Beverly's all about. And that's what payment's all about. And that's what podcasting's all about.
Preach, preach, preach. Love that, love that, love that. Hey, did you say you're 75? You don't look a day over 45, my friend. That's not a compliment, that's an observation. So what's your secret?
My secret is, again, we talk about the mindset.
Mm,
45 was like the best year of my life. It was the
mm,
beginning of a whole new era for me and bringing the identity of being the nomad, you know, getting an RV and just hit it, right? And just go from city to city doing what I love to do. And that's the holistic work and really teaching people how to find their identity. And that's what I'm all about is really that
mm,
identity thing. And so I believe and I tell myself, you know, my body functions and operates as 45 and I've stayed 45, and that was a really long time ago. But you know what? Now my kids are all older than me. So
You might be 75, but you look 45 and you have the energy, the passion of a 25-year-old. Seriously.
Well, you know what? I've always been that way. It's like I'm not someone that's going to mope around, play the victim, play the martyr, and we play these games with ourselves, So what do you identify by? If you identify by your past, you're never going to have a future that's going to be bright because if you're living in the past, your present's going to be the past and your future is going to be the past. So if you want your future to look different than your past, yeah, better change it right now. You only have today. You're only promised the moment. And the next breath you take, it might be your last. You don't know.
Mm,
So enjoy it. If you can't enjoy life, then why are you here on the planet?
absolutely. Absolutely. Completely agree with you. Uh, what made you decide to invest in the Profit Podcast Academy and not any other program out there?
Because I was tired of false hopes and false dreams. And it's like the excuses, and again, because a lot of people are doing like you did, the boot camp or whatever, come and test the waters, right? And they take you like right here, and then they say, the rest of the story is when you join, right? And it's like Payman did not do that. He did not say that once. He says, it's all out here. So all the information that I give you, you can go out and start your own podcast and be successful. But if you really want to soar, you know, join the group and he doesn't take like hundreds of people at a time. He's not running them through an assembly line. He's very personal on what he's doing and the training that he gives. And it's like the people that were in the group, it was interesting watching them because you can see them grow and change and you're working together, so everybody's working together to boost the other person up. I love that. So it's a community. So not only are you getting the best training on your podcast, to learn how to do that and the importance of getting your message out, somebody needs to hear what you have to say. And when you feel like, oh, well, I'm kind of nervous about, what people are going to think about me. It's like it doesn't matter what other people think about you. What do you think about you? Because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And there's billions of people on the planet. I will stake my life on it. Somebody out there wants to hear what you have to say. So get it done right. Get it done with someone who really cares and is going to give you the details, going to put it all on the line. And then you can figure out all the in betweens. But the depth that he goes into every week, and again, there's going to be, I don't like this word, homework. So it's not really homework, it's your investment in yourself.
I call
If
it
you
daily
really want
action
to take,
steps. Yeah,
there you go. And so if you take that action, you're going to get results. If you don't take action, you're going to get what you already have. So that's, sometimes it's kind of a challenge. It's like, what does this actually mean? And it's like, and then you're talking with some of the other people in the group, you're reading what they're doing, and then all of a sudden something different clicks. And then you talk to Payman, and then he says, oh, look at it from this direction. And then all of a sudden the light bulbs come on. So that's what I really loved about how you taught because you care. And it's like you
yeah.
kept saying, it's from the heart, and you can tell, if someone's from the heart or from the pocketbook.
I
And
like that.
yeah, so Payment, it is such an honor to have you in my circle of friends, and being able to learn, from each other with different things. And this has been
Absolutely.
a game changer for me, a total game changer.
I'm delighted to hear that. I'm honored that I've been able to serve you and help you. What do you think of the overall content inside the academy?
Oh, I think it's brilliant. You know, uh, I have to say that a lot of the information that you were saying, I'd heard it here and I heard some over there and I heard some over there and I heard some over there. But how you just brought everything together in a chronological order, it's like, duh, you know? So being able to put together all those moving parts and then the additional pieces that were missing, it just flowed so brilliantly. And to really understand it, and you used a language that could be understood and not tried to be impressive using big words that, and especially when you're talking with different cultures, because there was all different cultures in there, right? And it's like it's understandable and it makes sense. You have to remember when you're coming into something like this, and this is for everyone out there that's starting their own business. It's nobody cares if you're using big words that nobody understands because nobody's going to come and listen. What they want to know is, I don't know what I don't know. So don't talk over my head. Talk to me so that I can grow with it.
Hmm.
Big words don't make you smart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all about keeping it in a way that people can understand. And more importantly, when
Yeah,
they understand, they can relate with you. And when they relate with you, they can build trust and rapport. And that's when
exactly.
doors
Exactly.
opens.
And yep, yep. And you make yourself available, and that's a good thing. I mean, he
Yes.
actually got up at 6 o'clock to talk to me one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I want you to succeed. Because listen, seriously, I sincerely want you and everybody in the academy to succeed. I have a 100% success rate. I want to keep it that way.
Hmm.
I even had to let someone go because they were not motivated, even though they had paid. I said, listen, this is not, I don't wanna, it's not a good fit. Come back when you're in a position to commit and actually do the work.
Exactly, exactly. And that's kind of what we were talking about before
Yeah.
we started the recording here is, where is your commitment? And if you can't be 100% committed to yourself, you
Hmm.
can't be 100% committed to anything else. You can't
Yeah.
love someone else more than you love yourself,
Yeah.
right?
What was your biggest aha moment in those weeks within the academy?
Oh, I have to pick one aha moment. Are you kidding me?
I'll give me a top three.
Top three. Um, the order in which you taught it,
Mm,
right? And you always kept going back to that focus. One topic, one,
pain
it,
point for
it
one
was
person. Yeah.
the one everything, the one, yes. So you're like, what's your main pain point? Who's got that pain point? And how are you going to fix that pain point? So everything was around just one.
And where's that
Again,
person hanging out the most? Yes.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so being able to understand that and put that into the format, also makes for a better podcaster, and it also makes for a better outcome. Because if you try to talk to everybody, you can't you can't save the whole world at one time, but you can save them one person at a time. And it's going to give you that label of expert. Sure, you're going to do all these different things, once they get into it. It's just like, Payman gave us the one, the one, the one, the one. And it's like, okay, but behind it, yeah, is it enough to get going? Is it enough to make money? Yes. But you want the whole picture because, it's 5 days at an hour a time. You can't do a whole 3 weeks in 5 hours, but enough where you can get your start. So that aha moment, knowing that there's going to be the details and how you did that every week, you did that. But I think the thing that was most relevant that I knew, but I needed to keep that in the forefront was stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. And, so now when I'm reading through my emails or if I'm scrolling through social medias and stuff, you know, and something stops you, the first thing I say, is this focus on my business? Nope, keep going. Right? So,
That's
oh, this email doesn't protect. delete, so I'm really catching myself to stay away from those squirrels out there, those bright, shiny objects. And it's like, something else comes across. Nope, I found my answer. I'm going for it. I'm not getting off track. And so that focus, 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 focus is like stuck in my brain. It automatically now shows up.
Totally,
So
totally.
that would be the top thing would be is really stay on focus.
As I've been saying since the day one, even of the challenge, clarity is the name of the game.
Hmm.
It's all about clarity. Absolutely, absolutely. What do you think of the support I provided you and the other students inside the academy?
Well, here we still are, right? So
Yeah.
that support continues to grow, and even, knowing you, like almost 4 years now, we've had conversations and our paths have crossed in different, networking groups and stuff, but there's always been that support, you know, and it's like, hey, I know somebody that would love to know you, and this is on the other side of the world, and boom. So you're always thinking about someone as a referral because they've given you their time, their expertise, and their support.
Mm,
And those are the people you want to do business with. And I really liked what you said, too. It's like everybody knows a lot of people, but what are the ones that are closest to you to work with support? So
mm,
I've had a lot of people starting to come back full circle because they're seeing I got activity going again. And now it's like, oh, do my thing, do me, do me, do me, right? And it's like it's like it's turnabout fair play for me,
mm,
right? I don't mind supporting someone, but it's a two-way street. If I'm going to take and support you and put your information out, then out of courtesy, hey, I've got something going. Can you share it with your community? And then nothing happens. It's all crickets. So it's like, why am I wasting my time sharing with someone else and doing that work and not getting anything back? So it really started to play a role, Payman, when you were saying, that now what you're doing, you've built such a strong community. And that's what I was starting to do. I'm on a new platform, is building collaboration communities. And I want to do business with people who want to do business with me. Now, maybe what I offer isn't for them, but they have clients that it's for. And it's the referral. That's the support. And you have proven that over and over and over and over. And that's why our relationship has lasted this long and this strong. So that is great for me, is great information. Is now you're building that community. They're vetted, they're safe. So when you share someone that you've known and experienced, people like that because when you look at all of the hacking and oh, just the people that are out there that can talk a good story, the cons that are out there, and it's easy to get caught up in it, especially if you are kind of like a little desperate sometimes. It's easy to get caught up in that. So why not be in a community that's already been vetted? And that's critical, and it's something that's a necessity in today's world, unfortunately. And because the world has gotten a lot smaller with everything that's digital, you can't always believe what you hear. And
mm-hmm.
so again, and that's some of the things that I teach is to really get to know yourself and know that gut feeling,
Yeah,
right? And
absolutely.
that,
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you. Thank you for that. So now that you have a blueprint to monetize, to make real money with podcast and YouTube channel, how is this going to help you moving forward, you and your business?
Oh, I'll be in six figures by the end of the year.
Excuse me,
And
repeat that again. Louder, I didn't hear you.
I I said I will be in six figures by the end of 2025.
Music to my ear. Absolutely. Let's do that.
So, yeah, and it's not really as difficult as you might think it is. It's just knowing the same steps and again, and getting that support and it's not that you don't know, but sometimes there's missing pieces that make it run smoother and easier. And technology has really grown so much to really help that advancement and
Mm,
help you look more professional. Like I love to use Chat GPT because I only use it to help me advance my intellectual property, but put it in a more professional chronological order and make it show stopping, and it just really helps. So what would take me weeks and sometime months, to depending on what kind of
yeah,
program you're putting together, it can be done in a matter of a few hours or a day or two.
sure.
It's amazing and done very professional.
Absolutely.
So the editing part is like phenomenal.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of the technology.
No, absolutely.
Embrace it and utilize it for the way it was designed, and you'll soar a lot faster.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And soaring, that's what we're going to do together. Always. Absolutely. Um, was your investment worth it? Not only in terms of money, but also in terms of your time.
I'm still putting a lot of time into this because I am so psyched because now I have all the moving parts. I have all the answers and I'm getting ready to go and launch a soft launch here middle of July and do my first big soft launch out there and get here, get seen, because that's what BZ, do you hear me now, has all about, right? And so, yeah, and I know I needed to do something, but I did not have what I needed and the focus and the clarity, like you're saying, all the ones. I have all the ones now, and I have the confidence to know that it's a done deal. And that's what's going to push me to that six figures because there's ears out there who want what I have, just like they have for you. So
Mm,
get in a podcast. That is like your best way to get in the focus and to stay on it. Because you know what? After all is said and done, all your social media, even the YouTube stuff, it's going to get lost. Podcasts never get lost. A couple of months ago, I had someone come back to me that I did a podcast of about 8 years ago, reached out and found me, said, and they actually text messaged me.
wow.
That was, yeah. And it's like, I don't know, Beverly, if this is your same number, but this is my name. And I just watched this podcast and I really could use your help.
I love that.
Podcasts never go away.
Yes.
Eight
It's
years. 8 years.
as opposed to a reel after 24, even if you're lucky, after 12 hours, it's gone. You can't find it
Yeah.
anymore. On Facebook, it gets drowned in the sea of cat memes and cute dogs and whatnot, you know?
Exactly, exactly. So know your platform.
Mm-hmm.
What is your gain? What do you want?
Yeah.
And it's not just having people on your platform, but also to be on other people's platforms. But again, and that's another thing, Payman, that really helped me distinguish. It's not just being out there in the face. I mean, you get all that practice, it's just really good, but at the same time, now when you're focusing, so your message that you're going to deliver, investigate the podcast that you're going to be on so that you are speaking to your audience, right?
Yeah.
And so it says it all. So not only know what your offer is, but know who you're speaking to. And when you're bringing people onto your podcast, you want to bring them on that relate in the same, say, lane of work. Not
Yeah.
because everyone does, and delivers something different. But don't be afraid to work with cohorts because this is where you get your referrals.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. Love that. Last question I want to ask you about this is, would you recommend the Academy to someone that maybe either they don't have a podcast yet or YouTube, but would like to get more clients, or even if they may already have a podcast, YouTube channel, but have no idea how to monetize it the right? And by monetizing, I don't mean getting peanuts from YouTube and Google. I'm talking getting high ticket clients right away, even if you have no audience. Would you recommend them, the Academy for them, or at least have a conversation with me?
Yes, and I've already done that. And
Yes.
so we've got that covered and it'll be continued to cover.
Good,
And
good.
I also just this morning, as I was sharing with you before we got on, I talked to someone I had called in to get some information and to the HR, and we get in this conversation. The voice I'm listening to was like, and I told him, I said, "You're a great listener. You've got a voice. You got a voice for the mic. Have you ever thought about being a podcaster?" And he actually lit up and said, "I have, but I have no idea what I'd be doing or how I would do it." And I said, "Well, you know what? I got you covered. So you helped me solve a problem here. I'm going to help you see what you can do to get your podcast going."
Like
So,
that.
yes, and I would definitely recommend them to you because of what you did for me. And that's the referrals. Again, that's knowing who your trainers are, your teachers are, the people that are there to really make sure that you succeed. Because when you help someone else succeed, you succeed. And that's what
Absolutely.
it's all about is locking arms and going forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, Beverly, psyched. I'm really excited for you. I can't wait to see you soar, and I'm going to hold you accountable. I want you to reach six figures by the end of the year. You have 6 months to make it happen. And I'm going
Yeah.
to be cheering for you. As I always say, yes, I'm cheering for you. God is cheering for you. But the most important people cheering for you that you
It's
may not
me.
even see yet now, your future clients that are waiting for you, that are,
They are. They are. And the first time you said that, it's like, yeah, and and again, you've got to be filled internally to
yeah,
be able to fill externally,
yes,
right? Right. And so I believe in myself 100%. I walk my talk in everything that I do. And you know
absolutely.
me long enough now to know that that's factual.
Yes, absolutely.
And so when you deliver, and that's what you delivered 100% because you're walking your talk. You're walking the talk. And
Yes,
that's critical. So your clients out there, the ones that are waiting to hear what you have and to share because they're stuck, they need someone with your energy, your input, and they can they know it. So if I was talking like this and say, "Yeah, well, I'm really good about communicating," it's like, would you listen to me? I wouldn't even listen to me. So, and it's you got to be confident and you just got to go out there and hey, stay uplifted because some of these clients that you're going to be talking with are trying to get out of a rabbit hole. They're trying to get past that depression, that anxiety. And if you're acting like you got it, they sure as a heck ain't going to take you on. And do you feel good about it? You
yes,
think about
absolutely.
what it is that you're passing on.
Yeah.
So,
Powerful, wise words as always. Thank you, Beverly. Really love that. So I'm excited for you and can't wait. Keep me posted. I'm here for you, cheering for you, and make it happen. Go get those six figure this for the next 6 months and seven figure next year. All right, my friend. Have a
there
good
you go.
one. God bless.
It's done.
See, absolutely. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.
Cheers.